Alright guys, so it's been a little while since we've talked. I'm currently at Ocean Isle Beach at our house doing some flounder fishing, really just killing time. So need to fill y'all in on some stuff. So last we talked, probably just got back from Rudy's, or no, sorry, sled pull. So sled pulling, the black truck's engine is at the machine shop last week. So hopefully should be getting that back early sometime next week. I'll be happy with it. I have posted the single cab up for sale. Nothing's really wrong with it. I just didn't realize how much I didn't really care for racing and really preferred sled pulling. So if all goes right, that thing will get sold, or we'll get a four-wheeler out of it and some cash or something. I listed it for 10 grand. I paid 13 for it, or 14. Pretty much just want it gone. If no one buys it, then I'm just gonna keep pushing through with it. But we're actually using car across the street headlights. They left them on, so I figured it'd be a good time. So if someone buys it, great. We'll be able to put some really nice parts on the black truck. If not, we'll just go racing 770 and probably hang a Pro Mod 98 in front of the 76 and send it to the moon. But if it does sell, that'll free up a lot of my schedule. We'll be able to come down to the beach. I used to, here, let me set you guys down, kind of get you out the wind. So I used to do a whole bunch of saltwater fishing. Never really did a whole bunch of inshore stuff. Really, here recently started to get into that. Used to do a bunch of shark fishing and king mackerel fishing off the piers, with some people call them pin rigs, whatever you like to call them. You have anchor rod, you put my mind just went blank. Basically you have an anchor rod, you put a clip with a weight and some wires through the swivel of a rig with a live bait on it, and you drop that down with a fighting rod. So I used to do a bunch of that. God, my arm's getting tired. But so I used to do a whole bunch of that. Used to do a bunch of ray fishing, shark fishing, and we have our boat. We'll pick it up right there, which we do a lot of offshore stuff. And so ever since I got my black truck back in 2016, kind of got away from it all. My schedule got filled up. So we're going to be definitely slowing down on the racing and all and everything else. Kind of get back to more like what I enjoy. I have more fun. Doesn't cost me as much. Because I can convince Dad that he really needs some of the stuff. But no, we actually already have everything we need aside from buying bait and fuel, which I kind of put the fish on the boat so he don't mind paying for it. But yeah, so that's a little quick fill-in. So this video is actually going to be dominated by fishing. There's no real truck stuff down here. There's Bike Week down in Myrtle Beach, which is about 45-minute drive, which I do not feel like getting involved in any of that traffic or drama that may be partaken down there. So, alright guys, I'm gonna pick y'all up in the morning. My arm's hurting. My tripod's in the truck. I don't want to go get it. Wind's crazy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, so it is the next day. Today is Saturday. It is fairly late in the afternoon. As you can see behind us, we've got all of our rods out. Took somewhere along upwards of 12 reels up there today to get relined, because most of these things have been sitting since 2016 or so. So here's a little rundown of what we're going to be running. So on our, we call them our mahi rods. They're a stiffer rod so we can pull a planer on them, a smaller planer, and we can pull bigger, like baits for bigger mahi and all. And also we use some of them as bottom rods. They're a little bit of a stiffer blank. These are all custom rods we had made years ago. When I say years, I mean 3 years ago. So all of them are different. They were all built. We told them what reel we planned on using. So on those, we're using our Accurate Boss Fury 600s. Now, whenever we got these, I'm trying to remember correctly, either they were getting rid of the brushed finish or they were getting rid of this series, and they were stepping it up, so there's going to be a big price increase. So we were actually able to buy out a warehouse that had basically their leftover stock. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. All right, I probably should have set them in this chair. And now on our, so they're kind of like a light here. Let me show you the mahi rod real quick. So this right here is going to be our bottom rod using an Alps reel seat. I cannot remember the proper name of, or the proper brand of guides or blank offhand. I'll probably have to go back in some messages to see all that. And here is our mahi rod. You can see mahi right there. So the next setup we have is going to be more of our live bait, our inshore kind of rods. We utilize an Avet reel. Let me get the one I cleaned up actually. So we use our Avet HXW right there. That's going to be our more of our kings, our Spanish. Live bait stuff. I mean, there's nothing stopping us from catching a mahi on this. You just kind of got to be a little bit more careful because this rod is a softer rod. So let me set this down. I'll show you one of those. So on here, as you can see, it's a 7-foot rod. It's got our little king emblem there. And we also have these little blue accents to hold the guides down. Did a chevron wrap. You're also utilizing an Alps reel seat, blue to kind of go with the reel. So we've got all that. And let's see what else we got in here. Okay, so for our Wahoo setup, if I can get this thing out. All right, for our Wahoo setup, we have an Avet Pro EXW. I looked these up earlier, whenever I went to go get a new line put on it, to make sure like which kind of, basically what pound line we needed to see what kind of drag this thing could produce, because I could not remember off top. So you utilize that. It's got 50-pound high vis on that. I also use it to pull like birds or daisy chains, or anything like that way back, because it is 2-speed, so that really kind of helps make life a little bit easier. So where is this rod? Here it is. Okay, so, and as far as that, so this is going to be your 6-foot rod. Wahoo there to match. Alps seat. It is a lot stiffer. You can kind of tell just by how fast this thing tapers and how little it does taper. It is a very stiff rod. So that's a Wahoo. I have this right here is going to be my vertical. Here, let me set this down. For vertical jigging, I use a Shimano Torium. It's got 50-pound braid on it. And this thing has a Bass Pro Special jigging rod. Oh, God. So this is just something cheap any of you guys can go get at Walmart, or not Walmart, Bass Pro. It is an offshore angler, offshore extreme freestyle jigging rod. It's a 6'6", 80 to 200-pound line. I mean, you can just kind of see it's maybe tops a ½ inch at the base. Very stiff rod, very sensitive tip actually, from what I've learned. And I do not fish real big jigs. If I can find one I had out earlier. But yeah, I'm super simple, relatively cheap setup. Not a bad beginning setup. Only thing I don't really like about this is the plastic reel seat. This so much I don't really care about, but I do not like that part being plastic. So, alright guys, I'm going to get all these mounted up on the rods. Mom and Dad went to go get fuel in the boat before we left out tomorrow. I made a few rigs for the ballyhoo. So we're good with that. Did I really get 2 different 8/0s? Well guys, oh yeah, no, I definitely screwed up. Well, that's nice. I grabbed the wrong size hooks earlier. Y'all get to watch me remake 3 ballyhoo rigs. So got all that. And like I was saying, they went to go get fuel. I have got my flounder rod over there with an Abu Garcia. Cannot remember which exact reel that one was. It's really nothing fancy. I think I paid $126 after I got it filled with braid. So got that on a custom flounder rod. Here, I'll show you this. Had it built to match. Back when I used to do a lot of kingfishing off piers, I had it made to match this. It is a same guy made all these rods. It is a acid wrap, so as you can see how the guides just kind of, so first guide, second guide, third guide, fourth guide. It just rotates around utilizing the whole blank. So it matches this. On this one we've got a Fenor Marquesa MA20. One of the smoothest reels I've ever felt in my life. So, but got that on the flounder rod to match. Got the beaky rig on it. Gonna go try to go out front by a buoy. See if we can get something for live bait tomorrow so we can pull it while we are bottom fishing. Need to figure out a setup for maybe dropping some live bait down to an amberjack or grouper if we can get on a nice wreck or structure of any kind. So I will pick you guys up here in a second. Gonna kind of organize all this mess I have in front of me. Alright guys, so quick little update. Went out to catch some bait, saw nothing, was out there for about 10 minutes. Sun started falling out of the sky, hightailed it back. Plans for tomorrow has changed. I kind of want to say fairly dramatically, like drastically, sorry. But it's not really that big. So originally we were planning on going out 30 to 40 miles, pulling for mahi, you know, seeing what we could get, see what we get on the deck. And then we kind of got word that it's gonna be a little choppy. So all right, whatever. That's nothing new. And they're bringing kings in pretty heavy. So it is Sunday. We do have to leave tomorrow night. Nothing sounds better than only being 10-15 miles out rather than twice that. So I do have to re-rig everything. Probably gonna take some stuff for bottom fishing just in case we do get the itch. I'm gonna bring my vertical jigging rod for that. So we're gonna be pulling a bird with a cedar plug daisy chain. Always gets them on the daisy chain. Well, it might be a barracuda, but it's a fish in the boat. And it definitely keeps things lively. Definitely kind of keeps the morale high. So we got that. That's already rigged. I do need to make at least four, probably more along the lines of 12 king bait or king rigs. So we are going to be pulling medium size ballyhoo, as I call it average size. We're going to be pulling those. Two of them are going to have skirts on them. If I can find some more skirts, I used to have a whole bunch of them. If I can find some more skirts, I'm probably going to run, I'll probably do 2 and 2, 2 skirted and 2 naked. I do like them, they just don't wash out as fast when they do have a skirt on them. So there's that, but I'm tempted to keep this smaller hook on there and just run like a stinger treble. So I still got a lot to do. I still got a lot to make my mind up on. I'm pretty happy with the length that I have these. I mean, some are shorter than others, but they're all relatively, I mean, they're probably 4 to 5 foot. Some guys run them way longer. Not many people run them shorter than what I do. It's just kind of nice. You don't have to hand line as much. So, which wire, I'm not gonna lie, wire kind of worries me when it's in my hands. So, got some circle hooks here, got some 80-pound fluorocarbon, got some 8-ounce eggs. Could probably gonna make a knocker rig if we can get some smaller legal fish. Might drop them down, see if we can get a grouper or an amberjack out deep somewhere. So for right now, I'm probably just going to to make my mind up on these king rigs. And let's see, we already got all the reels back on the rods for tomorrow. Wash the boat. Trying to think. That should be it, guys. We should be ready to bounce in the morning. Just gotta get ice. We do have to go get ice. I'll probably do that tonight, actually. I've got ice in mind, but it's kind of So we'll probably fill up another cooler. One drinks, one snacks. But yeah, we got fuel in the boat. It's topped off. Everything's working properly. We made sure that we went through all that checks. So I'm gonna stop talking now and pick you guys up here in just a second. All right, guys, so we have been trolling for about 3 hours. We lost GPS again. Basically fiddled with that all day yesterday. I may have said that previously, maybe not. We've been having issues with this thing. You give it power and it cuts off. Won't get through the load screen. So I got it yesterday, went out and tried to get some bait, and it worked flawlessly, didn't give us a single issue. Got on the boat this morning, started putting the rods on, and we're back to square one. So, because of that, we have not really left the beach. As you see behind me, that's the blue and white Islander skirt. That is a black and red, or purple and black, or red and black. Got two just naked ballyhoo right there, and have a cedar plug daisy chain up top in the AVET. So we kind of went down 20 to 30 miles down the beach, turned around. We're probably about halfway back now. Haven't really seen anything. The water is beautiful. It's nice and king green. It's super, super clear for what it is. So we're probably going to be another, I'll set y'all up. Probably going to be another little short day out here. But yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with out here. So kind of tired dealing with this GPS continuing to give us problems, so we're going to get someone to come out and get this 100% fixed. Because at this point I'm done. I've had a voltmeter on all the batteries. They're all 12.3. I've got 12.3 volts to the back of the plug. At this point I just don't know what it is anymore. But unfortunately, if it keeps, that's just that thing gets up on top, swimming in the wake. But unfortunately, I'm tired of dealing with it, so I really want to get out and catch some fish. So I called Ocean Isle Fishing Center and just booked a Gulf Stream trip out with them. Hopefully we'll get some fish in the boat. I'm tired of fighting all these problems and still not putting anything in the boat. I understand it's fishing, but at this point I'd literally pay someone else to take me out so I can just kind of sit back and relax and fight fish. So that's how we're going with that part of it. Alright guys, we're gonna take it on back. There's the black screen. Oh look, we have an entrance screen. And wait for it. Alright, we'll pick that thing up later. Oh, there it goes. There it went. So, just now down the water. It's actually really nice out here. It's not a bad day at all. We planned on going out to an artificial reef, probably 15 or so miles out. But, no GPS. And we do not know how to get there. We've never actually fished that one before. I was just checking plots last night. But, alright guys, I'll pick you guys up whenever we get back, or if we get a fish. So, alright guys, so today is now Monday. A few things you probably didn't see because my phone died. We ended up not catching anything. It was just a slow day all around. There was actually a tournament out of our local fishing center, and I believe the biggest fish I saw was about a 15-pound mahi. So I think it's just a slow day all around. Thankfully, it was nice out, really nice king green, clear water. I know king green and clear kind of don't really go hand in hand, but it was just an overall good day. It was just a nice day out. Even though we didn't catch fish, we didn't get beat up. We were actually able to just enjoy it. And I actually put a little clip in here. Of us actually headed back in. I pulled the baits in and turned the radio up because we were still so close to land, and just having a good time. Just you can't get too hung up on bad days. I know it does suck a lot, but we've actually, because the GPS continues to go out and I've got such the bug to go out and put some fish on the deck, we actually booked a charter out of Ocean Isle Fishing Center this coming Monday. I believe it's for Memorial Day weekend. Whatever Monday is, if it's Memorial Day, then that's what that is. But yeah, so we got a stream trip. It's gonna be me, my brother-in-law, maybe my dad. He's kind of in the point in his life where he doesn't want to go out and get beat up. So if it's a rough day, if it's too bad, then the captain obviously say, hey dude, we've got to rebook this. But if it's kind of like, hey, we can go out, but it's going to be a little choppy, then it's just going to be me and the brother-in-law. So I will try to do a decent amount of filming on that. But yeah, guys, so this is going to kind of be, I'm not going to say a new series, but you're going to start seeing some of these more fishing. I believe I already mentioned this. I have a single cab up for sale. We've got the Ohio race the end of this month. So not this weekend, but next. So we're going to be out there if it doesn't sell. You can come on. Okay, no, you're going to roll it. Got it. Okay, no, you're not. But we will be out there for that if it doesn't sell. And hopefully we can get that thing sold. Honestly, I don't care for it anymore. Sled pulling, we're gonna get that thing dialed in 1000% and get it on kill. Show Tim Cutshaw and Zach Green that them 12. Well, so Zach's my auto trans guy and Tim's my 12 valve guy. So basically, we just gotta show them that they're both pretty close. They just gotta take a little bit of notes from each other. So we're gonna be out there trying to put some pressure on them this year. But yeah, sorry for not actually having a whole bunch of fishing, but my phone died in like 5 minutes while we were out there. But all right, guys, catch y'all on the next one. Have a good week, because this is the beginning of the week. Hopefully some of y'all got some 3-day or 4-day weekends coming up. So enjoy that. Spend some great time with your families. Eat some good food while y'all out. Catch y'all on the next one.